Good afternoon, world. Right, we have in our workshop, let me just get my torch on. We're 14 plate Mazda. 4 years off the road now, not running right, and I'll show you why in a second, but this is what we're dealing with. So we've got a big stack of codes and they will not clear, and they're all, lots of it relating to low sensor reference voltage faults, which if you've seen some of my videos, you've seen a quick and easy way of diagnosing that sometimes. Once you've figured out on your wiring diagram which sensors are connected to which in terms of the reference voltage, because as you know, one item can pull down the rest. So the symptoms are currently now, if you start the car, I'm not going to do it because it pinks really badly, but if you start the car, it'll cut out after a couple of seconds and sound like the injectors have come out of the engine. Sounds awful, and it's been like that now. It's had an engine as well in between the last 4 years to try and rectify that. That was off a overheating issue at the same time. But anyway, that's by the by. So the easiest way to diagnose when you've got a reference sensor voltage, it's an old school way, but it does work, is get plugged into somewhere where you're supposed to have a reference voltage. So we're on 2.71 now, plugged into our throttle body. That should be a 5-volt reference according to our wiring diagram. And we haven't, we've got a 2.7 volt reference. So clearly it's messing around with the throttle body. The EGR is on the same system. The fuel rail pressure quantity valve is on the same system as well. So what we've ended up with now is a scenario where the 5-volt reference is killing the car, it's turning it off. So if we go to some of the modules that are on that same system, one of them being this little puppy here, which is our exhaust pressure valve. And if I show you there while I unplug it, boom, back to 5 volts. So let's plug it back in again, straight back down to 2.7. And if we can plug it again, that's it unplugged now, back to 5 volts. And what we should have now, other than the fault code for that sensor being unplugged, is we should have a nice running engine that should rev and behave itself. I don't know if you can hear that on the camera, but that's the first time it's run properly in 4 years. And it's about as good as it's going to sound. We've got a nice healthy 5-volt reference. We've also got a clear down on the codes, which I'll show you in the video afterwards, but all of those codes will now clear, and all we'll be left with is the exhaust pressure sensor that we've unplugged.